Before time was counted, before sound or shape, there was only the deep. No sky stretched above. No earth stood below. Only darkness, endless and silent, covering the waters. And the Spirit of God moved over the face of the deep. Then God spoke, and with His word, light came into existence. Light broke through the darkness, pushing it back, filling the emptiness with brilliance. God saw the light, and it was good. The light was separated from the darkness. The light He called day. The darkness He called night. And evening passed, and morning came. The first day. God spoke again, and the sky was formed. A vast expanse stretched above the waters, separating what was below from what was above. The heavens stood in their place, calm and wide. And evening passed, and morning came. The second day. Once more, God spoke. The waters beneath the sky were gathered together, pulled back by His command. Dry land emerged, firm and strong. Seas filled their boundaries, and the earth took its shape. God looked upon the land and seas, and it was good. Then life began to rise from the ground. Grass spread across the earth. Plants grew, bearing seed. Trees lifted their branches, bearing fruit according to their kind. The world, once empty, was now alive. And evening passed, and morning came. The third day. God filled the heavens with light. The sun burned bright to rule the day. The moon shone softly to rule the night. Stars were scattered across the sky, more than could be counted, each placed by His hand. Time itself was set in motion, days, seasons, and years. And God saw that it was good. The waters teemed with life. Great creatures moved through the depths. Fish filled the seas, and birds filled the skies, soaring above the earth. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply." The earth was then filled with living beings. Animals walked upon the land. Wild beasts, livestock, and creatures that crawled. Each lived in harmony, each according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image. From the dust of the earth, He formed man. Into his nostrils, God breathed the breath of life. And the man became a living soul. God planted a garden in Eden, a place of beauty and peace. Every tree that was pleasing to the eye and good for food grew there. Rivers flowed from the garden, watering the land. God placed the man in the garden to tend it and care for it. And He gave a command that every tree could be eaten from, except one. In the center of the garden stood the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Seeing that the man was alone, God caused him to fall into a deep sleep. From his side, He formed woman. And when the man saw her, he rejoiced. They lived together in the garden, naked and unashamed, walking in perfect peace. But a serpent entered the garden, crafty and subtle. It spoke words of doubt, questioning what God had said. It promised wisdom, but concealed the cost. The woman looked at the fruit. It was pleasing to the eye, and desirable for gaining knowledge. She took it and ate. She gave some to the man, and he ate as well. In that moment, their eyes were opened. They knew they were naked. Fear entered their hearts. They hid themselves from the presence of God. When God called out to them, they answered in fear. Because of their choice, the ground was cursed. Pain entered the world. Death was set in motion. The garden was no longer their home. An angel was placed at its entrance, with a flaming sword, guarding the way to the tree of life. Adam and Eve were sent out into a world now broken, yet not abandoned. They walked forward, carrying sorrow and hope, choice and consequence, and the beginning of the human story.